Good morning, afternoon, night, or whatever time it is for you. My name is Ryan Wong, a team administrator and representative for the website LifeLift, a project directed to the road for increasing awareness about well-being and general health. In this video, we'll be sharing with you some basic facts about lifestyle habits that you should all know. The first part of this lesson is the topic of activity. An activity can be anything that requires moderate aerobic effort, meaning that it requires more concentrated than normal amounts of respiration. This involves physical activity and exerts the body to increase our heart rates, and because of this definition, examples are not only common ones like running or weightlifting, but also things like mowing your lawn or repairing a part of your house. Activity is significant because it boosts our long-term energy, muscle strength, overall endurance, and internal health. This means we can do activities related to our activities easier with less effort. One main type of activity is cardio, examples including running, jogging, or marching in place, and these are mainly done to reduce body weight and fats for better health and less cardiovascular disease risk. And if you're overweight, try searching up methods on doing cardio or consult a professional for assistance. Another type of main activity is the strength training, better known as weight conditioning, and examples include dumbbell training, bar training, and metal plate use, and these are mainly done to increase body weight and muscle for better health and less internal disease risk. If you feel weak or skinny, pair these with proteins to increase muscle, and find a gym to practice these in, preferably with a professional to start you off. Last but not least, another main type of activity is stretching exercises. These are mainly done as warm-ups for sports and other activities as mentioned, but they can also be done individually for body flexibility and increased oxygen and blood flow in the body. If you live a primarily sedentary lifestyle, we recommend these to loosen up body rigidity alongside cardio for weight loss. A sedentary lifestyle is a lifestyle in which a person spends most of their conscious time sitting or lying down, and this mostly applies to individuals who do office work or students who spend lots of time studying at their desk. However, this means that there's less time to exercise and can therefore increase heart disease risk, primarily being the cause of sugar overconsumption, basically saying that there are other reasons for having like heart disease risks. So we have genetic relations and heightened potassium levels also. And without exercise to maintain cardiovascular conditions, you may have more health problems, and you can ensure your activity is enough when just 20 minutes of moderate intensity per day. Higher intensity activities are okay, just make sure you're not overdoing it. However, since there is a maximum over periods of time and such activities increase injury chances, some of these activities involve going out. If you're planning to go outside to do something, try doing it while it's sunny. The sun boosts serotonin, a hormone with a happy effect, increases bone health and prevents some skin conditions, and it can also boost vitamin D levels when your skin comes in contact with rays for synthesizing. Darker skinned people will actually have reduced synthesizing rates because of complexion inhibiting the UV rays up to 99%. Don't worry though, because you can still eat vitamin D heavy foods such as fish or eggs, or take supplements to make up for this. Try not to expose yourself to it too much because your skin can darken and even burn, and to prevent this, put on sunscreen or other forms of UV protection. And a common misconception is that shade can stop sunburn because you're not fully protected, and even if you can't feel the sun, it doesn't mean that it isn't affecting you. So the second part of this lesson is the topic of diet, and a diet is everything we eat day by day, totaling everything we consume. We need to eat in order to supply food to our bodies, which break up useful intake for our body to use, and the unused materials are processed and leave our bodies as feces. With everything we eat, there's a recommended diet for healthy living and well-being. The most important food type is greens. Some examples include vegetables and fruits, and these are significant because they supply us with important vitamins, minerals, and chemicals to protect us against different kinds of conditions. You should total 5 to 7 servings of greens per day. If you don't like vegetables, try fruits. The next important food type is carbohydrates. Some examples include cereals, breads, potatoes, pasta, and rice, and these are significant because they're our body's main energy source. The sugars and starches from these are broken down into simple sugars when ingested by the body for entrance into cells for their functions, and you should total 3 to 5 servings of carbohydrates per day. However, don't overindulge in these tasty foods because they can also cause rapid weight gain and potential obesity. The next important food type is dairy, and some examples include milk, yogurt, and cheese. These are significant because they offer health benefits such as stronger bones due to their high calcium concentrations, while also providing other things such as potassium, vitamin D, and protein. You should total 3 servings per day, and however, if you're lactose intolerant, this can be skipped, or you can take anti-lactose medication before dairy intake. The next important food type is protein, and some examples include meat, poultry, fish, and eggs. These are significant because protein-dense foods are made of amino acids that bodies use as building blocks for muscle and bone repair and hormone and enzyme construction. You should total 2 servings per day, and just like carbohydrates, fattier Protein sources may cause rapid weight gain and potential obesity. Although fats are necessary for survival as the body's energy source and can help with absorbing vitamins A, D, E, and K, too much is unnecessary and can lead to negative effects, and therefore low-fat or non-fat foods aren't necessarily healthy as we need fats to survive. Fats can also come from processed foods in the form of saturated fats, a bad kind of fat, so less servings of protein are needed if eaten. However, they can still be part of a well-rounded diet. The next important food type is fats and oils, and some examples include cooking oil and butter. These are significant because oils and fats give us essential calories and fats for absorbing vitamins A, D, E, and K. You should, however, use them in little amounts because they tend to increase heart problem risks and may, like carbohydrates, cause rapid weight gain and potential obesity with overindulging. Foods you should avoid including soft drinks, processed snacks, and fast foods should be, again, avoided, and these are dangerous because they have little to no nutritional value for the most part and have natures that damage our health, and they should be eaten as treats sparingly for better well-being. And now, if you're looking to avoid processed foods, you can go for organic foods, and these are made without synthetic or man-made materials and are therefore of higher quality. These are beneficial for health because they have many positive effects, such as healthier ingredients, more nutrients, being environmentally friendly, and even reduced cancer risk. However, this does not necessarily mean pesticides are not used. All synthetic ones won't be used. Natural ones, such as biological controls, may be equipped in order to remove pests. And basing your diets off of these serving ratios, you should have the perfect balance. However, if you need to adjust these, or if you have different needs based on your conditions, you may increase or decrease certain food servings to improve yourself based on the medical professional's orders. The third part of this lesson is the topic of alcohol, smoking, and drugs, and the reason why these are grouped together is because they're all major habits socially that do not bring good effects. We'll be going over these in detail one by one. And first, alcohol is a depressant drug, meaning ingestion causes cognitive slowing and decreased general awareness. And this means if we drink anything with alcohol in it, it tends to leak out its effects through each part of our brains and can impair judgment. You will also become dehydrated because alcohol forces bodily fluids out of internal components and will destabilize your sleep schedule by making REM stage shaky. Some drink it for temporarily made warmth in cold areas, but soon after it dilates blood vessels for increased heat loss and core body temperature dropping, increasing risk for hypothermia in inappropriate environments. And most people drink to have fun with friends or to relax with themselves or others, but some do it in excessive amounts to get over trauma in the short term, for example. Many people, especially adults and teens, tend to drink out of peer pressure. However, this is not good if you think about it, because you can learn to be social without alcohol, and excessive emphasis on alcohol being your personality tends to show that you are actually very shallow and irritating. On top of this, some people can get addicted to alcohol one way or another, and tolerance for it grows, meaning more of it is needed for the same effect. And if your friends make you drink while you're out, say no if you're underage and drink in moderate amounts if you are of legal age and willing to. It is legal to try alcohol if you're on private property with the guardian's permission, or if it is for religious purposes. And next we have smoking, which is an activity that gives you a dopamine spike when done, usually through a cigarette or cigar. However, this can cause lung damage by damaging airways and alveoli, small air sacs, for eventual COPDs, emphysema, and chronic bronchitis. And most people smoke for said dopamine spikes, relaxation, and stress and anxiety relief in the short term, and also because it is a social symbol for maturity or out of peer pressure to take a drag. However, cigarettes tend to be addicting and may cause cravings and withdrawals and unpleasant experiences that are not something you want to take part in. And prolonged use can cause the conditions mentioned earlier, and you should avoid these no matter what age you are for as long as possible, and say no to anyone who offers you nicotine products. The most extreme one, socially constructed drugs, are compounds that people take in order to relax or feel high in a state of euphoria. And while alcohol and caffeinated products are also drugs, we are discussing harsher examples such as LSD or cocaine, or even bigger ones such as horse tranquilizers, which shouldn't actually be used by humans at all. These can be ones meant specifically for relaxing or a high, such as what we said, LSD or cocaine, or it can be ones not meant for relaxing or a high, such as sleeping pill overdosing or horse tranquilizers. Many people tend to do drugs at just one-time thing with their friends as a social symbol for maturity or out of peer pressure and end up getting addicted to them. They are very addictive and may cause people to spend lots of money that they shouldn't be on them, even putting them into debt for them. And on top of the economic problem, drugs can cause behavioral, cognitive, sleeping, and eating problems, and in the extreme causes changes, a life crash, and even suicide. Avoid these no matter what age you are for as long as possible, and say no to anyone who offers you to do drugs for any purpose other than professional prescriptions. And that's basically it for Life Lives Lifestyle Habits overview, and we'd like to thank you all for watching, but thank yourself the most for trying to improve yourself information-wise or physically, no matter your condition. Remember, we're here to spread the word of a healthy lifestyle and to encourage your world of fitness, and if you have time, make sure to check out our other resources that you may be interested in, or contact us if you have any inquiries. Until next time.